Hello my fellow movie lovers. So as we are still stuck in quarantine and I continue to share with you some of my favourite movies, next on the list is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, one of my favourites. It's in my top 10 with the incredible Sidney Poitier, an amazing cast. It follows an interracial couple who have to introduce each other to each other's family. Now in today's time that might not be as big of a deal, but in 1960 is huge. So it kind of follows them doing that through an evening.
Glory of, that's the glory of God.
What I love about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is its simmering stress about interracial relationships and race in America and race relations, but it's not done in an overtly way, in an aggressive way. Even the arguments are pretty tame and so grown up. Like everything is just so grown up in the way it's depicted in this movie.
I love your daughter. There is nothing I wouldn't do to try to keep her as happy as she was the day I met her. But it seems to me, without your approval, we will make no sense at all.
What I love about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is nothing's left to guesswork, unintended. But it's more like, you know, when Christina sees John for the first time and her face just says a million words.
Isn't that a lovely name? John, Wade, Joanna, Prentice I'll be.
Her daughter goes on to say, oh, she's going to faint because he's a Negro. Just things like that, just in case you thought, oh, she was shocked because of something else. No. It's because he's black. And it's funny because her parents pride themselves on being this really forward-thinking, activist couple, but when it's brought to their door and their daughter brings home a black guy that she's wants to marry and is in love with, the problems soon arise. Considering they've had a maid who is black, African American in the home, who they consider family, daughter's point of view, to see them react like this, because she's just thinking, oh, I thought, you know, you've done this and you've said that, why is this now a problem?
Until today I would never have believed that I could say such a thing. But when she fights you, I'm going to be on her side.
What's really sad is that they probably didn't even realise that they harboured these feelings or these emotions towards someone else of another race until it was brought to their door, until their daughter presented this black man that she was in love with and that she wanted to marry.
What the hell is going on here?
Annoyingly, on top of everything else, John has to be exceptional. He has to be outstanding. He can't be average Joe. He has to be, you know, he's a professor and he's had all of these accolades, all of these awards. You ask about him everywhere and he's just an exceptional human being. Forget about exceptional black man. He's an exceptional human being. That stood out to me while watching the movie, because it was like, so what if he was just like the average Joe working at the post office?
But it seems to me, without your approval, we will make no sense at all. That is why I'm asking for the clearest possible statement of what your attitude is going to be.
Like, would that have swayed their decision in like 100% not letting this happen? Or I would have liked to see how that would have gone, because I felt like there was a lot of thought in John's character, making sure that he was the exceptional version of any black man that you could possibly find, in order for him to be allowed to fall in love.
I appreciate that, Doctor. It's almost in the form of an ultimatum.
Not quite, Mr. Drayton. All you have to say is goodbye.
One of the things that breaks my heart is Tilly the maid, her character and her point of view. And one of the things that I love about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is that all the characters represent different people in society. And she in particular is more difficult to kind of swallow than anyone else, because she is a black woman. And she says to Sydney's character, I don't like members of my own race getting ahead of themselves. So what now? Oh, I don't like members of my own race getting ahead of themselves. was. Ouch, like that really hurt, and it just shows the level of psychological damage that's been done to many African Americans, that she would believe that she's beneath the people that she's working for because she's their maid, and that she should stay in her lane, they should stay in their lane, like everyone has their own lane, and that's that. And she's actually infuriated with Sydney's character because he's trying to step out of that lane and he's trying to somehow see himself on par or on level, or even in some ways better, and she's annoyed with that. I can't tell you how stressful watching her character in particular play out throughout the whole film.
I'm your son. I love you. But you think of yourself as a colored man. I think of myself as a man.
One of my favourite scenes has to be when Christina sacks Hillary. So slick and sassy, but elegantly done, I have to say. And I was just like, yes, mom, go, mom, in that scene. I think one of the things I love about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is that question of the liberal coming face to face with his principles and really standing by what he says and how he believes. Love that.
3 Academy Award winners and a bright young newcomer combine their talents in a love story of today.
With an exceptional cast and exceptional performances, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is not your average rom-com. It tackles everything from race to interracial relationships, and so for all of those reasons, I love Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and I give it a Rachael RnR rating of 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Do let me know if you fell in love with Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time. Joe Exotic. Different show.
I know.
Don't get started on Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic.
She says it wicked.
Joe Exotic. It's Joe Exotic.